Hello, Green Park School. Reverend Simon here with a quick message for your Harvest Assembly. I was really looking forward to being there with you all for this, to see something of what you've all been learning about Harvest and to enjoy all of your class contributions to the Assembly. But unfortunately, we're having to isolate ourselves here at home at the moment, so I can't come along and I'm here talking to my computer screen again instead of to all your smiley faces. Anyway, I hope you've all had fun learning things about Harvest and been made to think a bit about what it's all about. When I think about Harvest, there are two things that come to my mind straight away. The first is something that's a good thing for all of us to say a lot. And my guess is that you lot in school are pretty good at saying it. It's two words that we often say together. One begins with a T and the other with a Y. Can you guess? Yeah, it's thank you. Harvest reminds us to say thank you, to be grateful for the food we eat, the drinks we drink, in fact, for all that we have. It reminds us to say thank you as well to all who help to get all that we have to us. The farmers and all involved in planting, growing and harvesting the crops and so on, the workers who take the crops and make it into the things that we see in the shops and so on. The people who work in the shops and our parents and the people who do the shopping and look after us by cooking our meals, to say thank you to them all. I believe we all have things to say thank you for and people to say thank you to. And as a Christian vicar, I believe God has created a beautiful world, and all that we eat, all that we have comes from that beautiful world. And so we say thank you for everything to God as well. And you know, one way of showing how grateful we are is by making sure that we do the very best we can to look after it. So at harvest time, Christians are reminded to say thank you to God for his beautiful world and all the good things we get from it, and to think about what we need to do to look after the world and to care for it, to play our part in protecting the environment and so on. So thank you. First thing. And the second thing that comes to my mind when I think about Harvest is something we all need to do as best we can. And again, I reckon if I asked your teachers, they'd tell me that lots and lots of you are very good at this. It's something that we do that shows that we are kind people. It's a 5-letter word that begins with an S and ends in an E. Can anyone guess? The word I'm thinking of is share. Harvest time reminds us to say thank you for what we have, and then it reminds us to share of what we have with others. Sadly, as I'm sure you'll know, there are people who aren't as fortunate as we are and don't have enough food to eat and so on. People who aren't able to enjoy all that we enjoy. And so we're challenged to share of what we have to help others. That's why at harvest time we do things like having collection of food for the food banks and so on. It's good to share. So harvest time reminds us to say thank you for what we've been given and to do our best to look after the beautiful world that we get it all from, and then to do what we can to share with others, to be grateful and to be kind. You know, these are good things to remember all the time, not just at harvest, but harvest just acts as a really special and important reminder of it. I'm just going to say a prayer now to finish. Dear God, thank you for the food we eat, the drinks we drink, and all that we have, and for all the people who help us to have it. Thank you for the beautiful world it comes from. Please help us to do what we can to look after that world. And please help us to always remember to be kind and share of what we have with others, especially those who don't have as much as we have. Amen. Thanks everyone, hope to see you all soon.